Hey gang, it's Kara and Dobie Joe again. Hey listen, today we're going to catch page 40 and page 41. Page 40 is titled Switching Positions. What we're going to do is we're going to practice going from first position where our fingers are 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 1, 2, 3, 4 frets to second position 2, 3, 4, 5 with our first, second, and third, fourth fingers. We're going to practice switching in and out of those positions, all right? Now this is sort of like up to you. There's a good way to practice doing this, and Dobie Joe knows what I'm going to say next. Go slowly. I should have just titled this book, Please Slow Down. All right. So on exercise 1, it says try playing the A major scale with 2 different approaches. The first exercise says use your pinky to play the 4th and the 5th frets. So we're going to play it out of first position and see how that feels. Okay, so I'm going to stay in first position, but when I get to that very last number 5, I'm going to take my pinky and slide it up to grab that 5. Okay, it's going to play the 4 and the 5. Okay, here we go. A major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when I play it like that, and I'm not playing this slowly for you, I'm playing this just so you can watch my fingers. You'll want to practice this really slowly. But when I play it like that, for some reason it feels awkward to me. What I choose to do is to play this scale out of second position, switching to the first position when I hit that first 1, and I'm probably going to stay there in first position to play out. No, I'm not either. I'm going to play first position. I got to look it over, gang. Yeah, I'm going to start in second position. I'm going to switch to first position just when I hit that 1, and I'm going to slide back into second position on the 2. All right? Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I want you to practice it several different ways. All right, so here's second position, Dobie Joe. Ready? Out of position, back into position. And I didn't pick my 2 very clearly there, did I? Because I was playing it too fast. All right, let's try that again. Second position. Down to first position, I slide back up to second position and close it out in second position. So basically all I'm doing is I'm playing in second position, but I'm letting my index finger jump out of position to grab that 1 and then back into position to grab the 2. That feels comfortable to me personally. Like that, okay? So that's the way I would personally run it, but try it a couple of different ways and see what feels best to you. There's not a wrong or right way to do this. Okay, at the bottom of page 40, I mentioned that we should go back and review all of our chords. So I want you to, after you've done this page 40 and 41 lesson with me, make sure you go back and review all those chord changes. I always try with all my personal students to make sure that we don't go off on a long tangent for a few weeks and forget some of the earlier stuff that we were doing. Especially at the stage that you're in right now, it's really easy to perfect something and then move on to something else. And if you don't go back and review that, you're gonna lose it because it's just too early in the game for you to retain all that. Okay, so please go back and practice your chord changes. Please go back and review other pages. If you know for a fact that there's a page in the earlier pages that was difficult for you, go back and play that page every time you sit down and practice. And what do they need to do? They need to play it slowly, Dobie Joe. Exactly. All right, so let's look at this major scale studies on page 41. This is a great page to make copies of and have it laying around in your guitar case or notebooks or whatever you've got so that you can remember to review this page from time to time, because it's just a really good study of the major scales. Whenever we're playing any song in a particular key, like say we're playing a song in the key of G, 9 times out of 10, every note in the melody of that song is going to be found, it's going to be notes that are found in the G major scale. When we're playing a song in the key of A, and A is our 1 chord, remember we talked about this a while back. When we're playing songs in the key of A, notes from the A major scale get used. So if you practice all of these, when different songs come to you in different keys, you're going to be ready for the finger position, okay? It's just good training. So the A major scale, we just did that on the last in the last lesson. Let's do it again here. And I think I talked to you about this. I'm going to play largely in second position, and I'm going to jump out of second position to catch my 1, okay? Nice and slow. Now you can also practice these backwards. And I messed that up. Let me do it backwards for you again. 4, 5, 5. So practice them forward and backwards, but do differently than what I just did and practice them correctly and as slowly as you need to, which I didn't do, did I? All right. Now we were going through 2 octaves on that one. Some of these we only go through 1 octave. What is an octave? Well, the very first note you hit is an A note. Do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And there's 1 octave from this one to this one. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And there's the next octave. So we've gone through 2 octaves on that first A major scale exercise. Now in the B major scale exercise below it, we're only going to go from 1 octave. We're just going to cover 1 octave, okay? I'm going to play that. I'm looking at that and I see the 1 appear a few times. So I'm going to go ahead and play that out of first position, okay? That means that my second finger is going to start on my 2nd fret for me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that again. Come on, Dobby Joe. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, you've knocked your rug off of that. That's probably why you're getting so jumpy. C major scale. I love this scale because you're going to learn the C chord pretty soon, and when you play this scale, it feels like you've got a C chord under your fingers already, okay? Starting with my 3rd finger, once again, we're going to be in first position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once again, C major scale. And I'm going over these scales not at a speed that I intend for you to keep up with me on. I want you to, come on back up. You want to get your blanket back up here? I want you to play these as slowly as you need to, but I want you to hear them just for reference. Come on, we'll get you fixed up. Come on. Come on, Dobby Joe, up. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Okay, that was our C major scale. D major scale. We for sure want to play this out of second position, meaning our first finger is going to get our 2s and our 3rd finger is going to get our 4s. Our middle finger is going to get our 3s. Okay, here's our D major scale. Okay, one more time. Going up just 1 octave on that one as well. Okay, our E major scale. We're going to go through 2 octaves on this. I see a couple of 1s. I don't see any 5s. So I don't think there's any reason for me to play this out of second position, although I do see a lot of 2s and 4s. I'm going to go ahead and play this out of first position. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, let me do that for you again because I was preoccupied and I didn't hit my 4th note very well. 1, 2, or my 4th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was much more controlled, and that's the way you should be doing it as well. So do as I say and not as I do. The F major scale. Lots of 1s on this one. Let's also play this out of first position. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more time for the F major scale. That was much more mindful on my part than it was when I started that E major scale. The G major scale. Okay, so I played that fast just to see what I would do naturally, and it looks to me like I would play that, normally I would play that out of second position and go out of position to grab the 1. Okay, does that make sense? So my middle finger is going to start on my 3rd fret. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Out of position and back into position. Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm going to play it really fast. Good. Yeah, so you can see how you just need to get used to switching positions when you're doing this. That is probably a good stopping spot for us today on this particular lesson. We'll let the kids put their bikes up in the garage before we do any more lessons. The next time we get together, we will tackle page 42, and I won't have the motorcycles running up and down my lane distracting me. All right? Isn't that cool? I used to ride motorcycles all the time when I was a little kid, so I have patience for days with these kids riding their bikes up and down the lane. I live right next to a 16,000 acre state park, Brown County State Park, and there are lots and lots and lots of woods for everybody to ride in. But when you're as young as they are, they do need to practice on a good maintained gravel road before we turn them loose to climb the hills and jump over trees and stuff in the woods. So I was young once too, and I was riding motorcycles, so we got patience for those kids, don't we? Yes. All right, gang, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you the next time when we tackle the streets of Laredo on page 42. Thanks. Bye-bye.